Hello and happy holidays. Today we'll be covering the Michelangelo Dockyard event, as well as the new Battle Pass event, the Holiday in Santa City. There's definitely a lot to cover in this video, so I will be briefly going over the ships and the events for both. First, I'll be covering the Michelangelo and her respective dockyard. The build will be shown on the top right for y'all to take a look at. The Michelangelo build is a secondary base playstyle due to her 10.5 kilometer secondary range and improved secondary accuracy, which is comparable to Annapolis, which is very impressive. You will also want to build into smoke duration and consumables to make sure you can get into and out of battle without dying. The smoke is a great way to go in, use your secondaries, get out, turn out without getting yourself death struck. So there's that. Late in game, her unusual layout gives her an appropriately unique secondary base playstyle, which is why you want to build into secondaries and have all the fun brawling, baby. Now, while the main guns hit hard with sap, her battle cruiser accuracy dispersion, which will be shown, her long reload of 24 seconds, and also the awkward firing angles with not being able to shoot forward or backwards. If you've noticed, the main guns are in the middle of the ship. It definitely hurts her potential with her potential to do a lot of damage. But at the same time, though, of course, the main focus of her firepower is in her absurdly powerful secondaries. In fact, her super accurate secondaries combined with sap gives her the absolute best secondary DPM of any ship in the game. It is crazy. Even beating the Schroeder and Napoli, it is that godlike. It is crazy. On top of that, you get 11 kilometer concealment and exhaust smoke. So you can hide in smoke while running down the enemies with the secondaries, which just adds to the memes. It's like the "why are you running" meme, but you got a Michelangelo and a poor Didi you're just running down. Just imagine an angry smoke screen chipping your health, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's pretty much what this thing does. And I'm going to be having so much fun with this ship when you're able to get it and play it on stream with other people, because I'm definitely going to get triple dib with this. It's going to be hilarious. I'm going to have so much fun with this. Now, which makes this even better is that you get 5 kilometer hydro to help dodge torp spam, as well as be able to run down potential prey while in the smoke. So if you're rushing toward the enemy, you don't have spawning, you have that hydro. They get within that 5 kilometers, you're getting that spotting, baby, and it's super nice. I believe it's the first Italian ship in the game to get hydro. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me down in the comments, but I believe it's the first Italian ship to get hydro. I believe it is. If I'm wrong, somebody can let me know. Michelangelo also is an amazing where you can run enemies down, but it definitely suffers notably when you're outside of the smoke. She does have a lot of HP with 66,100, which is a lot for a tier 9, but enemies can easily hit her above water citadel if you don't angle properly. And I'll have our armor shown on the top right. Also, the slow rudder shift requires you to build into steering modification in the slot 4, or else you'll be caught broadside, or you're not going to be able to angle properly, and you'll eat all the torps. And the reason why I suggest building into steering on this particular ship is because of the fact, since the gun angles are so poor, you want to be able to shoot your guns and then quickly turn back to be able to dodge the shells and get them to angle on that broadside of yours to get that auto ricochet angle, which is what you're wanting. Now, going off of that, now moving on to, it does have a lack of AA, having a measly 4.6 kilometer anti-air, which is pretty much typical for Italian ships. I don't think there's a single Italian ship with good anti-air, so rip them, I guess. It only adds to the misery, as CVs will force you to waste precious smoke screens for defense. At least when they are in the anti-air bubble, they'll suffer a bit. So be prepared to just dodge. You do get 7-kilometer ASW with 2 charges, which is quite nice for going after submarines. Quite nice indeed. While also the fact that you do have hydro, so if there's a submarine run by, you're able to run it down, unless you're talking about, say, a Gato or a U-45, which will be able to run you down. It'll be the opposite. It'll be able to run you down, so have fun with that. Now, the Michelangelo is a lot of fun to play in asymmetrical battles and down-tiered matches. But if you're in a tier 10 in super ship matches, good luck. And yeah, they're pure pain to play in. Pretty much your goal is to get close into brawling range, but you have to be patient and look for opportunities. Like if you see me how I play the Schlieffen, or I showcase the Schlieffen or the Schroeder, ships like that are more glass cannons with the secondaries, you're waiting for that opportunity to move in, like maybe in the middle of the match when people are more weaker. Now in these videos, I'm just being super aggressive, going in, having balls blazing, just having a good time. But normally you don't want to do what I'm doing right here. I'm just going in, balls blazing, trying to do as much damage as possible, just memeing it out, having fun. Normally you want to take your time. If you want to survive what you're doing, you want to take your time, stick a little farther back, shoot your main guns, wait for an opportunity to appear itself, and then bam, you go in, you get them, you run them down, you kill them all. Oh yeah. Now I was saying before, her main guns aren't the best, but will definitely help you wear down the enemy before charging in and finishing them off. I will say one tip for when you're playing this ship: if you do fire your guns in smoke, you will get detected. Due to the 11.1 kilometer smoke fire penalty, you have to make sure you do not fire your guns unless you're trying to finish off the enemy. Say you have something like 7,000 or 8,000 health, right? You got that sap loaded, you can use the main guns to finish them off, so you're able to go back to being dark after you kill them. I would also say that on this particular ship, you mostly just want to use sap. The sap is way better than the AP. The AP is very bleh. It's not very impressive at all, while the sap hits really hard to pretty much everything. Battleships, cruisers, DDs, it hits them really hard. So yeah, I'd definitely say just focus on the sap 100%. Now, her design stems from the mid-1920s when the Italians desired a treaty-compliant battleship. Admiral Di Fio proposed an unusual design that featured 8 320mm guns in quad turrets, both mounted mid-ship. Now, this made it that the ship's citadel was shortened, allowing weight savings as less armor is needed to protect her vital areas. You can attain the Michelangelo by completing all 32 dockyard stages in the event, which will be starting the 6th, 7th, or 8th, depending upon the server that you're on. Now, keep in mind, 27 of these stages can be earned through missions, so players will need to buy the last 5 to obtain the ship. Now, the cheapest bundle contains those 5 stages and costs 6,000 doubloons, and these can be bought at the start of the event. Players can also purchase a starter pack with 10 stages for 10k doubloons. Both bundles become unavailable past the 3rd or 4th stages, but players can purchase individual stages for 1,715 doubloons to complete the ship. I would say I think the ship is definitely worth. It brings a lot of fun to the current meta with the addition of the new secondary cruiser skill. It helps bring a little bit more fun to the game, spices it up with a little bit more variety in the gameplay. At the same time, though, you're not going to get the best matches all the time. You're either going to get a feast or famine, depending upon CVs and being up tiered too often, and that's kind of the life of a tier 9 ship. Most people know playing tier 9, you either get really godlike matchmaking playing tier 7s, or you deal with super ships and you're absolutely screwed. The saving grace of this ship, it does have a smoke, so that if you are being focused, you can smoke up, turn away, and run as quickly as you can in the other direction, and use that 11 kilometer concealment to be able to stay dark and just run away as quickly as you can from the enemy. So that being said, I do again recommend the Michelangelo. It's a really fun ship to play. I love it. It's so much fun to play. It's just a ball. It is such a ball to play. I really enjoy playing it. I love playing the brawlers. It's just like, oh, it's just what a lot of people enjoy playing in ships. Is like they like those brawlers, you know. You like to go in and use all of their guns, torps, everything. Just go in, brawl. You know, all the guns firing that are, you know, just going in. You know, like, yeah. A lot of people love that, and that's why I also love playing this ship. It's just so much fun to play due to that. So I would definitely recommend the Michelangelo. Again, during the whole Dockyard, you are able to get a bunch of rewards through that. And at the end, if you do buy extra Dockyard stages, if you go past the ship, you've already gotten the ship, you then get steel. So you're then able to get steel by just, you know, going past the Dockyard. So if you want steel, you can technically pay for steel by going past the ship with the stages, which also is really nice too, because, you know, everybody loves steel. Everybody loves it. Super nice. Steel is always nice. But that is going to be it for the Michelangelo section of this video. I'm now going to start talking about the Scharnhorst 43 and the Stored 43 and the Holiday in Santa event. You're able to get both the Scharnhorst 43 and the Stored 43 during the Holiday in Santa City event, which replaces the Battle Pass event for patch 12.11. In fact, the event works very similarly to the previous Battle Pass system, including the progression system and the paid rewards. So pretty much just for this particular patch, they're just replacing the Battle Pass with this. And players can complete daily and weekly tasks that can just be seen just above the progress bar in the Santa City event. Now this time, Wargaming is offering 2 ships if you complete enough phases to obtain them: the Sword 43 and the Scharnhorst 43, which I'm going to get into right now. Now the Scharnhorst 43 is free and it's easy to get, as you only need to complete 10 phases in the free track. Scharnhorst 43 is very similar to her base version, trading main gun DPM for faster speed and slightly better secondaries. Essentially a more aggressive version of Scharnhorst. In randoms, they're about the same, though the 43 has a slight advantage in PvE due to the faster relaying torps and higher secondary DPM, which means more fun in operations, more fun memeing, potentially more secondary memes, and more W in rushes that your team is going to hate you for. Now, the other ship in the holiday event is going to be the Stored 43. Now, this ship you can only get by paying 2,500 doubloons for the pay track and completing 20 phases. The Stored 43 is the tier 7 version of her tech tree counterpart with a couple key changes. Not only does the Stored 43 get AP shells, so they get both HE and AP, but she gets both a powerful heal and smoke. Still though, even though you get both HE and AP and get a powerful heal and smoke, it's still a meh to okay ship. Not the best, not the worst. Let's just say it's mediocre. But it has good survivability, but you'll get shafted by tier 7 matchmaking and horrible service detection radius, so good luck with that. You do got smoke though, so it helps you in the end. So I would definitely recommend the Scharnhorst, right? It's free. So I would recommend that since you already be going through the Battle Pass anyway. But I don't strongly recommend going for the Stored 43. If you like the other pay rewards, which they always give really good rewards, you can spend the 2,500 doubloons. It is the holidays, so during the holidays they always give a little bit extra in Battle Pass and such during, so you get a little bit extra during it. And again, it is a tier 7 premium for 2,500 doubloons, which is super nice. But anyway, that's my review of the Michelangelo the Dockyard and the Holiday in Santa City event and the Scharnhorst 43 and Stored. If you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and happy holidays, and appreciate y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Blah!